Hi, welcome to Randall's Log, video 45. Today's date is Tuesday, February 14th, 2017. Happy Valentine's Day. It's not because I shaved. I didn't shave for Valentine's Day. I shaved for work. No special lady. I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day in a while. It's no big deal for me. People around this time of the year, they tend to feel lonely. Not me. I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. I'm not sad, and it doesn't bother me to see posts with people and in relationships. I'm very, very much happy for them. They found love, and good for them. I know I will find it. I'm just not in a rush. I'm more focused on me, more focused on what I want to do in life. But anyways, enough about that. Let's jump into how the day started. Woke up for work. I didn't have to be at work until 1 p.m. I left around 12:30. Traffic was bad. God, I saw so many trucks. I get on the 275 exit, or not exit. Getting onto 275 over by Kennedy. So there's this semi truck, and then there's these two other cars. I think one of them is another truck, and they're just both following right behind the semi. And there's like two lanes, and eventually it merges into one lane, and then eventually you have to get all the way into the other lanes to keep driving forward, or you end up taking the next exit. So I'm just sitting there thinking like, oh my god, these people, idiots. Well, the truck driver is slow. Semi truck driver is slow. These other two people, they're idiots for just driving behind the truck. So I gunned it past them. They were probably going like between 20 and 30 miles an hour. I managed to zoom past them. I went about 40, maybe a little over, between 40 and 50 miles per hour. And I managed to get in front of the semi and then merged over smooth. Like, it wasn't like in a bad way. I'm sure you could probably hear my engine as I'm like, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, I hope they realize, like, you guys are driving slow. I should know, because I kind of drive slow. I drive the speed limit. I drive like at the most 5-10 miles over the speed limit ever since I've had a speeding ticket. I got a speeding ticket for going 15 miles over the speed limit. 15. Most people go 5-10. They decided to go the extra. Guy was like, "Oh, it's too late. Sorry, man." He did say I could fight the ticket. I ended up not doing it just because I was lazy. The old me, no, I'm still a little lazy. Not as lazy as I was before. I'm more motivated now. But yeah, so traffic was a pain in the ass. Once again, traffic sucks. Once again, there are bad drivers, stupid drivers. That's the downfall. I mean, Florida is the third most populated state in the United States. That says something right there. I mean, we live in a country with roughly 330 million people. Divide that by 50, and then add to the equal amount of 50 and subtract from other states and add to Florida. The only other two states that are more populated than Florida are California and Texas. And we see how huge those states are. So it'll be a while before Florida becomes more populated than they are. I do think that it's going to reach to that point because, one, it's more affordable to live here in Florida than it is in California. And Texas, there's good and bad about Texas. I want to say there's more good than bad. Like, I've been to Austin. Austin's nice. I think they just have more land. That's all it is. Florida, you don't have a state tax. I don't know if Texas has a state tax. Anyways, I'm rambling. Work went by pretty fast. It was just 5 hours today. Found out that I actually have to go into work early tomorrow, technically today. I have to be there 10 in the morning. One of the reasons behind that is because February 15th is tomorrow, technically today. is the day that the IRS starts to release funds or starts processing funds for. They're trying something new this year where people with dependents, and I forgot the other term, earned income tax credit or something like that. EITC? I forget. Either way, they're not releasing funds for people until February 15th. But just because they're releasing it on the 15th doesn't mean that people are going to get it on the 15th. And there will be some confused people thinking, I heard February 15th. I'm supposed to get it on February 15th. Where's my tax refund? So my job will be to answer the phones. Obviously not stay on the phones too long with them, but to let them know, listen, you have to go to irs.gov. Now, the genius thing that I remembered before making this video was I jumped onto YouTube and I found a YouTube video that basically explains how do you check your tax return on irs.gov. Some people are very computer illiterate. I know, because I was one of them. And they immediately want to shut down. They immediately want to be like, oh, I don't know how to do any of this. I don't know how to do any of this. I don't like computers. But it's really, really simple. It really is. But they have to find out. They have to know how easy it is. And what better way to learn than to watch a video? So I found this video. It's like 2 or 3 minutes long. Very simple. Instead of I think it's people are more able to respond visually than they are just listen. So, anyways, I put the video on there, and then just to be safe, because I've already had a couple people call me and say, oh well, I don't have internet access. I found the phone number to contact the IRS to find out the refund status. It's probably just their generic 1-800 number, I think, but when I typed in, phone number to IRS for a refund status, that number specifically popped up with details saying this is the number that you call. So I will tell them, listen, if you don't have internet access, here's the phone number. Call the IRS. They have your money. I have no information to tell you. We processed the information for you. We've told you the estimate of when you would return it. You want more details on the return, you have to go through the IRS, because the IRS will be the ones releasing your funds. So that's all it is. That's part of the reason that they have me coming in early tomorrow. There might not even be a lot of phone calls tomorrow, but it is kind of smart that they thought, hey, just in case. And then, so yeah, I got more hours than I was expecting. I'll be working a full day tomorrow, so I might actually go to the food court and get lunch. We'll see. I mean, I still have my granola bars. Depends on how I feel. Yeah, because for breakfast and lunch today, I pretty much had granola bars, and came home tonight and I had, my mom made some potatoes with gravy. I had cut up like little hot dogs and mixed it in there. It was a good dinner. I tried to watch Batman versus Robin, and I got really comfortable laying in bed, and I fell asleep. And here I am now, about 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, doing the video, because I will not stop. I will keep making these videos. But while I was waiting, oh, I forgot to mention, last night I started to read a little bit of The Adventures in Screen Trade. Like, literally 2 pages. But those were really good 2 pages. I learned that the very first movie theater that charged for tickets was built in 1896, and it was in New York. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was the first real official movie theater that we are familiar with now. And then not to mention, like, the movies and the stuff that they were filming back then, they weren't like instantly like, like classic filmmaking, like the way films are made now or made back in the, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They were just videos, man. There'd be just videos of like people like petting animals, or just like and people. Apparently, the movies were made to entertain mostly the poor, the middle class and poor, and of course, like anything else, it became a business. People realized, hey, there's money to be made in this. So, like 10, 15 years later, after one movie theater being open, all of a sudden, in that span of 10 to 15 years, 9,000 movie theaters were opened. So it's pretty interesting stuff in there, just learning about the history of like film. And these are one of the books that was recommended by Mark Waid to help um, with your writing and developing your writing skills for writing comic books, or maybe just writing in general. But I hope to read that. I got confirmation that the other book is being sent. Then I checked in the mail today, and I got the Blu Ray of Future World. I love the back of this. They just give all the details, Peter Fonda, Bliss Danner in Future. Oh shit! I just realized Bliss Danner. That's Gwyneth Paltrow's mom. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna get to watch that with her mom's in it. She's a good-looking lady. In Future World, also starring Arthur Hill, Stuart Margolin, John Ryan, and Yul Brynner. That's such a cool name. I don't know if anybody else can pull off Yul Brynner, and I don't think Yul can work with any other name. Yul Johnson, Yul Smith, nah, wouldn't work. Yul Brynner, Yul Jenner, no. But anyways, I'm still waiting for Westworld. This is the sequel to Westworld, so I can't watch that yet. What else? That was pretty much it. Check one of the statements for the mortgage. So now it's up to $304 normal for principal amount. So next month it should be 306, and then next month 308, and then next month 310. Keeps bouncing up. Eventually it'll lean to like 311 or 3, whatever. Anyways, progress. I'm like very, very excited for progress. And then not to mention, like I said before, I can't wait till I start working like full-time type hours. I mean, worst case scenario, if I don't even get full-time hours, but I continue to maintain part-time, I just need to money management, Once I pay off TJ, then that money that I'd be giving to TJ, I can just give to my mom. Because worst case scenario, if I'm not able to give her $200 a month, even if I give her $100 a month, that extra $100 is going to go towards on top of the $200 principal that she's already paying, which in turn becomes, $300 a month on top of the $300 principal that's already going. So when you're doing that, essentially you're making, 2 monthly payments in 1 month, technically, which is great. I'm excited about that. And I almost forgot one final thing I'll leave off of was I forgot that I made a bet with a good friend of mine, Ryan Jin. Talked to him recently because we were talking about he's been losing weight. He looks great. He's doing awesome. I'm very, very happy for him. Very proud of him. And it is kind of motivating to see when you see your friend get in good shape. You're it kind of reminds you hey man, Project Hugh Jackman, you got to get back into shape. So I'm slowly, right now my sleep schedule is messed up and I'm adjusting to the new hours. So maybe this weekend I'm going to try, maybe Friday, since I'm off Friday, I'll try to do that. Saturday, hanging out with Marco, maybe before I go hang out with Marco, I'll work out. Anything's better than nothing. So even if I get on the treadmill for 30 minutes, work my way back into getting into the habit of working out. I double checked my weight the other day. I'm somewhere between 215 and 220. Now, if I had my shoes on and my jeans and all that other stuff, I'm probably 220, maybe a little over 220. But the bet that I made with Brian is that by the end of the year, I should be down to 200 pounds. If I'm not down to 200 pounds, I owe him $20. Oh, no, wait, that's not how it works. Marco has to get down to 200 before I do. That is the bet. But if, I told him by the end of the year I should be down to 200, if not, he's trying to push me to do 190. And I'm like, ugh, 190 is kind of pushing it. But, it's not impossible. I can do that. It's just a matter of if I start lifting weights, because, they're trying to say that muscle is the equal weight of fat, when I'm pretty sure it's heavier than fat. because they said when you lose the fat and you replace with muscle, you're maintaining the same weight, which I'm not 100% sure about that. I suppose I should just listen to them because they do more research on it than I do. I suppose I'm not sure, but anyways, um, I like to win money, so I plan to win $20. And on top of that, the benefit is I'll look good. For Brian, it's a win-win because he's like, I'd be happy to pay $20 if it helps with your health and gets you in shape. And then not to mention like he's trying to push Marco to continue to keep losing weight, which I know he will. Marco also is looking better. Um, so we'll see. It just takes time, consistency, discipline, hard work. You'll get there. I will get there. You will see. You may not see the difference every day because of the videos. Like I won't. I will hardly see the difference as well. But anyways, let me go ahead and cut off the video because I need to get to sleep. I have to go to work early. So thanks for watching. Good night. Thanks for watching.